Call the Dixon County Commission regular meeting, October 10th, 2024 to order. Please stand, flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda. I'll make the motion to approve the agenda as printed.
I'll second it.
Been moved in second. All in favor, say, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Consent agenda. Minutes of the October 3rd meeting, payroll of $389,694.73, and hand check of $675.20.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Commission comments and committee reports. Ron?
No comments today.
I didn't get the gentleman's name. I got here late.
Matt McGinnis.
Matt McGinnis from the Attorney General's office gave a core overview. I did have I don't think I mentioned last week, I've had 3 calls and 2 people come to see me. Kind of split on the wind farm issue. Anything else, Ron, Lynn?
I have nothing.
Okay. Public comments, Janelle?
Per the Open Meetings Act, KSA 75-4317 and 75-4318A, as the elected board, the county commission is not allowed to meet or make any decisions without posting the meeting. They are only allowed to act on items on the agenda which they set. During their regular meeting, the county commission may allow for public comments on items not listed on the approved agenda. If you wish to provide comments, please come forward to the podium and state your name and address. If you are online, raise your hand and we will unmute you. State your name and address. Each person may speak for 3 minutes. The allotted time will start after the speaker has given his or her name and address. Public comments shall be addressed to the county commission only and not to the speaker or the audience. Only the county commission will be permitted to ask the speaker questions. The public comment period is not a back and forth discussion with the county commission. You should make your views and input known to them, but it is not a time to ask them questions. You should not expect them to respond to your comments. Comments may express support or agreement with the previous speakers, but in the interest of time, please do not repeat the same information. You may state something to the effect of your name and address, and I agree with the previous speaker. It is important to maintain a respectful, non-threatening atmosphere for anyone who would like to speak. Please do not engage in such actions as cheering, booing, clapping, insults, threats, etc.
Nobody here in public? Is anybody online?
Nobody online has their hand raised.
The comments are done. Report of county officers. Janelle?
Commissioners, just a reminder, county offices will be closed Monday, October 14th for Staff Development Day. That's our annual training that we hold. The clerk's office, if I'm taking your thunder, I'm sorry. The clerk's office will be open for early voting on October 22nd. They'll stay open till 7 p.m. And then on October 26th, which is Saturday, they will be open from 9 to 12. The IT staff is in the GMIS, which is the Government Informational Technology Group. They'll be meeting here on Friday, bringing in our region, which is a great benefit to us. The appraiser's office is attending ag use training. The highway department is working on the city of Abilene roads, doing some training with them on Durapatching. And they've asked them to come back and do some additional roads. They had done that 3 weeks ago and quite impactful, I think. The highway department is also clearing trees on Fair Road, and they're closing the road at 2500 Avenue and Oat for a bridge replacement. And while I'm on that, the railroad is still repairing the tracks here on Jeep Road between 2200 Avenue and Old 40. It's going to take an additional day than what they had anticipated, so just FYI. The emergency manager completed the Abilene High School CERT class with an exercise yesterday. It was search and rescue, and I attended that. We had fire departments there, EMS. It was good. It was very well done. I think the students learned a lot. He had to make them come back out and do it again because they kind of got distracted a little bit on what they were supposed to do, but it was a good. They came together in the end. So And currently, we have an open position at Environmental Services for a spray operator. We had an employee that transferred to another department, and we are interviewing for an open position in dispatch. So do you have any questions for me?
Ron, Lynn, any questions?
Any questions?
No. Doug's not available.
Doug is not available currently. He had an appointment this morning.
Okay, moving on, notices and communications. Evidently, the South Bow is taking over. The pipeline evidently runs from Keystone.
Keystone Pipeline that's coming in from.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a notice from the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. There wasn't anybody that was in our area that was on the list. So that's all I have for that.
I will just make a note that you were not able to access your emails
Oh, right.
currently because we have a new tablet in here. So I'll make sure that those are available.
Yeah. Introduction, consider resolutions, none, unfinished business, none, other business. Designate camp voting delegate and alternate for the KAC meeting.
Commissioners, there's a letter in your packet regarding the annual meeting, which will be on Tuesday, December 3rd at 5:30 p.m. There at Century 2 when you attend the annual conference, and they like to have a voting delegate and an alternative. Last year, it was Craig as the voting delegate and Ron, and they were requesting that we return this to them by November 4th. And obviously, your importance on the K-Camp board, since it's member directed, by counties for our insurance, it's important to have a voice there. So I just need a delegate and an alternate.
I'll vote for, I'll do the alternate.
Okay, is that your?
I'll nominate Lynn to be the voting delegate.
Just a point of, does it need to be a commissioner or can it be yourself, for example, or Marcus
We've
or
done that before.
anyone else?
I think we have.
Just so we know.
Before, so let me see if what it says on here. I got to read this a little bit.
I mean, I'll go ahead and do that, but just so we
I think
know.
we've done it. It used to be that had to be three, I think, didn't they?
I think they did have an alternate.
Yeah.
Or must be an elected official and must be appointed for a period of time not less than 1 year. So
Okay,
that
that's
has to be an elected official.
Okay. Well, I know Marcus started to raise his hand, but since it's elected, you're out. You're reaching for your pen.
I'll make the motion that Lynn be the delegate and then Ron be the alternate.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Janelle went over some meetings that are coming up, but I'll reiterate them. The planning and zoning public hearing is going to be October 10th at the Carrington Community Center at 4 o'clock. And we'll end at 9. Staff Development Day will be October 14th, 2024, 8 a.m. at Stroh Hall. The rest will be closed. Commissioners will be attending the County Commission Fall Meeting. And I believe Janelle and Marcus will be going to that. It's going to be at 5:30 at the Riverbank Brewery in Council Grove. And the North Central Regional Planning Banquet is going to be October 24th at 5:30 at Martinello's in Squina. I did want to mention, let Kenny know that there is new commissioner training. Back at 16, 17, 15
In January in Topeka.
Anything else come before the commission today?
I'll just mention, I'm sorry, and I regret that I wasn't here at the start of the meeting.
Mhm.
And the train had Buckeye blocked for, I don't know, about an hour and 40 minutes or so. And so they were stacked way up. A couple of times they moved the cars enough. It looked like a few people were trying to go to Enterprise or Brady or so on. And I did have a visit with someone that was trying to get to the Eisenhower Presidential Library. And you kind of hate to see people have that much carved out of their time.
Right.
And they had attempted to make a visit and it was closed for COVID a few years ago, but they're on their way from Minnesota to Arizona. But when you look at all the commerce and so on, I know it's, I don't know how effective it is, and I know some of it's seasonal. But the trains blocking Buckeye for that long, considering what people have in appointments and that there's, the St. Andrew's School on the south side of the tracks and library and all that, and people might have other urgent things to attend to. So it's kind of unfortunate they block it for that length of time.
Ron, you have anything to add?
I don't have anything, Craig.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second it.
We move in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. We stand adjourned.